विजयादशमी की आप सभी को कोटि कोटि बधाइयाँ हो।
Multi-million fold greetings of this day, of the day of Vijayadashmi.
आज प्यारे बाबा के रोजाना विशेष होती है।
Every day is very special.
आज की हेडलाइन है,
The headline is Baba says, sweet children.
भैया बन आया है।
The Father has come here as the boatman to remove
विषय सागर से
the boats of all of you from the ocean of poison and to take you to the ocean of milk.
अभी तुमको इस पार से उस पार जाना है।
You now have to go from this side to the other side. Today's question:
तुम बच्चे हर एक का पार्ट देखते हुए
by observing the part of each one,
निंदा नहीं कर सकते।
why can you children not defame anyone?
उत्तर है
Answer:
क्योंकि तुम जानते हो
because you know
यह अनादि बना बनाया
that this
ड्रामा
drama is eternally predestined.
हर एक एक्टर का अपना अपना पार्ट
Each actor is playing his own part in it.
अपना पार्ट बचा
Each actor is playing his own part in it.
किसी का भी कोई दोष नहीं।
No one can be blamed for anything.
भी मारल भी फिर से पास होना
This path of devotion has to be passed through again.
नहीं हो सकता।
There cannot be the slightest change in that.
दूसरा प्रश्न है,
Second question:
इन दो शब्दों में सारे चक्र का ज्ञान समाया हुआ।
in which two words is this knowledge of the whole cycle merged?
इन दो शब्दों में सारे चक्र का ज्ञान समाया हुआ।
In which two words is this knowledge of the whole cycle merged?
उत्तर है आज और
Answer: today and tomorrow.
कल हम सतयुग में थे,
Yesterday we were in the golden age.
चक्कर लगाकर
Today, having been around the cycle of 84 births, we have reached hell.
स्वर्ग में
And tomorrow we will go to heaven again.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
अब बच्चे सामने बैठे हैं,
You children are sitting in front of Baba.
से आते हैं
The places you come from,
सेंटर्स पर,
when you are at those centers,
तो वहाँ ऐसे नहीं समझेंगे।
when you are at those centers, you don't think
हम ऊंच से ऊंच
that you are personally sitting in front of Baba, the highest on high.
सोच भी नहीं सकते। वही हमारा टीचर भी है,
He is our teacher.
वही हमारी नैया को
He is the one
पार,
who will take our boats across.
जिसको ही गुरु कहते हैं।
He is also called the Guru.
समझते हो कि हम भगवान के सन्मुख बैठे,
Here you understand that you are personally sitting in front of Him.
इस सोच में
There will be so much difference in thinking. We are sitting in Madhuban.
तो भगवान के सन्मुख बैठे।
We are sitting in front of God.
जब सेंटर पर सुनते हैं,
And when we listen at the centers,
क्या सोचते हैं?
what do we think?
इस ब्रह्मा कुमारी के सन्मुख बैठे।
We are sitting in front of a Brahma Kumari.
याद नहीं आता।
At that time we don't remember Baba and we remember the sisters.
हमको इस विषय सागर से निकाल क्षीर सागर में ले जाते हैं।
He is removing us from this ocean of poison and taking us to the ocean of milk. The Father who takes you across is sitting personally in front of you. Only the soul of Father Shiva, is called the Supreme and God the highest on high.
तुम बच्चे समझते हो
You children understand
उससे ऊंच भगवान शिव बाबा
that you are now sitting in front of Shiv Baba, God the highest on high.
मातन में वह तुमको पानी
He is sitting in this body of Brahma.
उनको रथ भी
He takes you across. He definitely needs a chariot.
रथ भी जरूर चाहिए
Baba definitely needs a chariot. How else could he also give you Srimad?
तो श्रीमत कैसे देंगे
How else could he also give you Srimad?
अभी तुम बच्चों को अपने घर शांति धाम में जाने वाले हैं
You children are now going to the land of peace and Baba is showing you the path.
और यहाँ सन्मुख बैठने में कितना फर्क है
There is the difference of day and night between sitting there at a center and sitting here.
फर्क पड़ जाता है वहाँ ऐसे नहीं समझेंगे
There you would not think that you are sitting personally in front of Baba. This is the feeling that comes here.
इसलिए
Why do you come here?
कि हम भगवान के घर में जा रहे हैं
You come here with that feeling that you are going to God's home. You are now sitting in front of God.
ये महसूसता आती है
This is the feeling that comes here. You are now making effort.
खुशी तो रहेगी
The one who is inspiring you to make effort will be pleased. We are now becoming pure and going back home. Actors in a play
समझते
understand
अब नाटक
when the play has ended.
अभी बाबा आए हैं
The Father has now come to take us souls back.
यह भी है वो लोग भल गाते हैं
He also explains how you can go back home.
समझते नहीं है
Although those people sing this, they don't understand what they refer to when they say boat
क्या ये वह शरीर को ले जाएगा
will it take the body?
अभी तुम बच्चे जानते हो हमारी
Will it take the body, the boat?
पार ले जाए
You now know that he takes a soul across.
अभी आत्मा इस शरीर के साथ
Souls,
वैश्य
together with their bodies, are now lying in the brothel in the river of poison.
हम असल तुम्हारी राजधानी थी
We were originally residents of the land of peace,
छीन ली
and Maya Ravana snatched.
जरूर लेनी है
We once again have to definitely claim our kingdom. We definitely have to claim our kingdom once again.
कैसे लेंगे
But how do we claim?
जब शिव बाबा राम अपने जैसा
When Shiv Baba Ram will make us equal to him as Ram,
विजय प्राप्त
and then we will conquer over Ravan.
कर क्या है
And therefore, what is the difference? At the present time,
पर विजय प्राप्त करने के लिए
in order to claim victory over Ravan,
करना पड़ेगा
what effort you have to make?
जो कहानी ये बनी हुई है तब रावण एक
The stories were made,
एक राम ने
and there was one Ravan,
विजय पाया
and one Rama conquered over him.
बहुत है
Now there are many Ravan,
बहुत चाहिए
and therefore Rama, many are needed.
तो रावण जितने भी हैं उस पर विजय
As many Ravans are there, we have to become like Ram, and only then we can conquer him.
राम से भी सुपर स्टेज राम से भी ऊंची स्टेज कौन सी है
Which is the elevated stage more than Ram?
नारायण बन
We become Narayan.
इस ऊंचाई तक हमको पहुंचना है
We have to reach this elevatedness.
राजधानी फिर जरूर लेनी है बेहद का बाप कहते बच्चों
You have to claim
अब अपने
back your kingdom, and therefore the unlimited Father says, children, now remember your home. You have to go there and then go back to the ocean of milk.
विषय का विष का सागर
Here it is an ocean of poison,
छील सागर
and there it is an ocean of milk.
एग्जाम्पल क्यों दिया जाता है इसका अर्थ क्या है
Why Baba is giving the example of the ocean? Ocean means unlimited, infinite,
इसलिए
and therefore
है विष का सागर,
here there is the ocean of poison,
क्षीर सागर,
and there it is an ocean of milk.
इसकी इसी प्रकार से आपको वहाँ खरीदना नहीं पड़ेगा, फ्री।
You need not purchase anything there. Everything is free of cost. As much as you want, you can get it.
यहाँ है विष का सागर,
Here it is an ocean of poison, and there it is an ocean of milk.
शांति।
The incorporeal world is an ocean of peace. There are three lands.
दुख धाम।
This is the land of sorrow.
बाबा समझाते हैं
The Father explains, sweetest children,
आत्मा समय
consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, the Father.
कुछ बाप को याद करो,
Remember me, your Father, who is telling you this, and through whom does he tell you?
मीठे मीठे बच्चे
Throughout the day,
कहते रहते
he continues to say to you, sweet children,
जिसका
souls are now impure,
शरीर भी ऐसा ही।
and they receive bodies accordingly.
अभी तुम समझते हो
You now understand
सोने की
that you wore ornaments of real gold,
पढ़ते पढ़ते
and that after alloy was mixed into you, you became false.
कैसे नहीं
Now, how can that falsehood be removed? This is called the furnace of the pilgrimage of remembrance.
क्या होता है
It becomes real gold in the fire.
समझा,
The Father repeatedly explains to you,
जो तुमको देता हूँ
I give you the explanation that I have been giving to you every cycle.
हमारा पार्ट है कि 5000 वर्ष के बाद आकर
My part is to come after 5,000 years and tell you, children become pure.
में भी तुम्हारी आत्मा पावन थी,
Your souls were pure in the golden age.
आत्मा पावन रहती
Souls who remain pure in the land of peace.
है। हमारा घर
That is our home.
स्वीट होम
That is such a sweet home.
के लिए मनुष्य की
In order to go there,
माथा मारते हैं,
people beat their heads so much.
चाहते हैं
The Father explains, everyone now has to go back, and then they have to come back here to play their parts.
उन्हें समझाया
You children have understood that when you are unhappy, you say, Oh God, call us to you.
बुला हमको यहाँ दुख में क्यों
And we also say, Why have you left us here in sorrow?
रहते
You know that the Father resides in the supreme abode, and so you say,
बुला
Oh God, call us to the supreme abode.
तो परम धाम अच्छा है ना।
So, supreme abode is so good.
कौन कौन समझते हैं कि परम धाम बहुत अच्छा है,
Who considers that supreme abode is very good?
होना चाहे
The more we want to stay there, we have to remain there.
खड़ा करो,
Raise your hand.
बहुत अच्छा है,
Very good.
हाथ खड़ा करो कौन कौन।
Raise your hand, those who consider that supreme abode is so good.
तो पढ़ाई जिन्होंने हाथ खड़े किए ना, उन्होंने पढ़ाई को अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा।
The one who have raised your hand, they haven't studied very well that it means.
तो शांति धाम में बैठे रहो,
It isn't that you have to go and sit in the supreme abode forever,
कहती है
from the golden age until the iron age.
बैठे रहो,
You want to sit in the supreme abode?
तो शांति धाम बहुत अच्छा है।
There is no need to come here then.
तो जिन्होंने हाथ खड़ा किया है
The one who has raised your hand,
वो इस लैंड में फेलियर लैंड, थोड़ा अपने लिए अटेंशन।
they are here in the failure land, so you have to pay attention to yourselves.
जो यहाँ से जाए शांति धाम को क्रॉस करें और फौरन
Those who will go from here and cross the supreme abode will then come back to the land of happiness.
ये है एवर रेडी विशेष आत्मा।
and therefore they will be the ever-ready special souls. So clap hands for them.
ऐसे जब हमारी आदत बड़ी देवी गोपाल के नाम
Our special senior sister, when she toured around, she said that Supreme Abode is very good, and very quickly have to go there and sit there only. So raise your hand who are the ones who want to go there and sit there only. And many mothers, they raised their hand. Then what happened? The senior sister said, the one who is teaching here is grazing the grass, hasn't learnt anything. So this is the real understanding. Those who are good children, those who are hero and heroines, they in every role they play their own part. They come in every role, they change their costume and they play their part. So we have to understand the knowledge with much depth. We know that the Father resides in the Supreme Abode, and so you say, oh God, call us to the Supreme Abode. You would not say this in the Golden Age. There is nothing but happiness. Here there are so many types of sorrow, and this is why people call out, oh God. Souls have remembrance, but they don't know God at all. You children have now received the Father's introduction. The Father resides in the Supreme Abode. People have been remembering the home. They would never say, call us to the kingdom. They would never say, call us to the kingdom. They only say, they will cross the Supreme Abode, then come to the land of happiness of the Golden Age. They would never ask for the kingdom. The Father doesn't even reside in the kingdom. He only resides in the land of peace. Everyone asks for peace. There would definitely be peace with God in the Supreme Abode. That is also called the land of liberation. That is the residence of souls. Souls come from there. The Golden Age is not called the home. It is the kingdom. You have now come from somewhere and you are here from so many different places. You have Commander sitting here personally. The Father talks to you and says, children, children. As the Father, He calls you children, children, and then as the teacher, He explains the secrets of the beginning, middle, and end of the world to you. That is, He explains the history and geography to you. These things are not mentioned in any of the scriptures. You children know that the incorporeal world is the home of your souls. The subtle region is a matter of divine visions. And there Baba only makes us to experience. The subtle region is a matter of divine visions. However, the golden, silver, copper and iron ages only exist here. It is here that you play your parts. There are no parts played in the subtle region. You also call out to the Father in the hell. In the Golden Age, there are limitless happiness, and therefore nobody calls out there. And therefore, the Father says, I am the knower of the secrets within, Jani Jananhar. That is, I know the beginning, middle, and the end of the world, but how can I narrate that to you? In order to narrate something to you, I definitely need a chariot. This is something to think about. The Father adopts a chariot. He says, my birth is not like yours. I enter this one. He also gives you the introduction of the chariot. This soul has become Tamopradhan whilst adopting names and forms. At this time, all are orphans. Orphans means who have left the father's hand. Those who are separate from the father, they are called orphans. Because they do not know the father, they are all orphans. When children fight amongst themselves, it is said, girls and boys, why are you fighting amongst yourselves? The father says, girls and boys. Why your condition is like this? Do you not have someone to whom you belong? You say of the unlimited Father, who makes you into the masters of heaven, the one you have been calling out to for half a cycle, that he is in the pebbles and stones. And therefore the Father now personally sits here and explains to you. You children now understand that you have come to Baba, that Baba is the one who teaches us and takes our boats across, because these boats have become very old. People say, take this boat across and give us the new boat. An old boat is dangerous. It might break up on the way or have an accident. So you ask Baba, give me a new boat. So you say that your boat has become old and you ask for a new one. If you meet with an accident, then what will happen? And therefore you ask for a new one. It is your body called a costume or a boat. Children say, Baba, we want costumes like those of Lakshmi and Narayan. There will be no kind of defects in the new costume. The Father says, sweetest children, do you want to become residents of heaven? Every 5,000 years, these clothes of yours become old, and I then give you new ones. These are devilish costumes. Souls are also devilish. When people are poor, they wear cheap clothes. If they are wealthy, they wear very expensive clothes. You know these things at this time. Here you are intoxicated, knowing in front of whom you are sitting. Here you are intoxicated, knowing in front of whom you are sitting. When you are sitting there at your centers, you don't have this feeling. Here, when you are here personally, you feel happy because the Father explains to you directly. There are many devotees on the path of devotion. They worship many things and they search for God. But we are so luckiest. God Himself is teaching us, and therefore we have to be very proud of ourselves. Clap hands loudly. When you are here personally, you feel happy because the Father explains to you directly. There the intellect will be wandering, but here Baba is with us and therefore we are concentrated. People who remain trapped in mundane business, They don't have any time. I am explaining to you. You too understand that Baba is explaining to you through this mouth. Baba is explaining to you through the mouth of Brahma. The high personality is so wonderful. There is so much praise of this mouth. Baba is very simple. There is so much praise of this mouth. People stumble from so far away to drink the nectar at the Gaumukh. They come with so much difficulty, they don't even understand what that the Gaumukh is. So who is the Gaumukh? We Brahma Kumaris are the Gaumukh. Alone Brahma Baba, wherever he can go. So it is such a wonderful thing that Baba takes the little Kumaris, Baba makes us to drink nectar, and therefore there should be this intoxication. Baba says along with the Gaumukh, there are the calves. They also relate knowledge. The importance is about the Gaumukh. People don't understand what that the Gau is or the Gaumukh is. So many sensible people go there, but what is the benefit of it? Who are the Gaumukh? What is the nectar of knowledge? Nobody knows this. Now the Navratri festival is over. Now today we have Vijayadashmi. From today, we will ask one question to ourselves. Throughout the whole year, in 365 days, how many nights there would be? Throughout the whole year, in 365 days, how many nights will be? Those who know, raise your hand. It is just a small question. Do you not know? There are 365 days, but how many nights are there? One is a Navratri, 9 nights, and one is Shivratri. Totally 10 nights. There will be only 10 nights. And therefore there is so much crowd of devotees at Navratri and Shivratri. And therefore you have to remember, Shiv Baba comes and through the Shiv Shaktis, Baba explains everything in detail. So many sensible people go there, but what is the benefit of it? Even more time is wasted. Baba says, what do you see in the sunset? There is no benefit in that. In what you have benefit? There is a benefit in studying. You have to study. You have to churn and then imbibe. Baba comes and teaches us. There is a study in the Gita. There is no mention of Hatha Yoga in the Gita. There is the knowledge of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. It is also mentioned about the Raj Yoga. Baba says, only Raj Yoga is mentioned in it. You come here to claim the kingdom. You know how much fighting and quarreling there is in this devilish world. Baba is purifying us with the power of yoga and making us into the masters of the world. People have shown goddesses with weapons, but in fact, there is no question of weapons in this. It is about the inner power. Look how fearsome they have made the image of Kali. One will be afraid of looking at the goddess Kali. Kali means only with the power of thought, only with spirituality has been burned. They have made all of those images from their own imagination. Whoever has made, they have used their intellect very well. And if not, there would be very difficulty in explaining. And one should know what is called as the sword of knowledge. What is the sharpness of yoga? There wouldn't be such goddesses with 4 or 8 arms. All of that belongs to the path of devotion. Therefore, the Father explains, this is an unlimited play. There is no question of defaming anyone in this. This eternal drama is predestined. And on the day of Vijayadashmi, what promise you should have? You should have one determined promise that only then there will be the kingdom of Rama very quickly. What determined promise you should have? You shouldn't defame anyone. You shouldn't think anything about others, that this one is in this way, that one is in this way. All kinds of actors are needed in the drama. Only by 4, 5 or 10, that drama will not be created. All are actors. This drama is predestined. It cannot be any different. The Father explains what is called knowledge and what is called devotion. You still have to pass through the path of devotion. Whether you go to the temple or anywhere, we never have to defame. Why this temple was made, this is all waste. We shouldn't think in this way. We are the ones who become Lakshmi and Narayan. We only become Rama and Sita, and therefore we should have the temples of ours. Our respected Dadi Prakash Mani taught us many things. The practical thing is, when good people go to the temple, they don't take coconuts with them, they don't offer anything. And when they come back empty hand, the Brahmin priest would say, these are the ones who don't believe or have faith in God. And therefore, we were that way as we are worshipped in the temple, and therefore when we go to the temple we have to take something with us. And if we don't have regard for ourselves, then how others will have regard for ourselves? In Japan, when Dadi Ratan Mohini had been, Sakar Brahma Baba had sent to Chitrakoot, and then Baba said, you have to go from there to there. Baba had the praise of that place very well. At that time I was not born. When the center was made, Dadi was invited. Dadi said, very beautiful center has to be made. And Dadi went to one pilgrimage place. And Dadi had the offering there. And the Brahmin priest used to praise the Dadi so much. So I was also there, and Dadi was also along with me. And at that time Dadi said, I didn't ask any question, but Dadi said, this is our memorial. This is our memorial. We have to give regard to ourselves, and it is our duty. And we are having praise of ourselves so much, and should never go empty-handed. Even in Madhuban, when we honor Dadis, there are the bands played. So when bands are played, Dadis would give them 500 or 1,000 rupees. So we have to increase their zeal and enthusiasm as well. And therefore, always we have to regard ourselves no matter which temple we go. Baba said this is a very good eternally created drama that the Father explains to you. By understanding the secrets of this drama, you become the masters of the world. It is a wonder how devotion continues and how this knowledge continues is all predestined in the play. There cannot be any change in that. They say that so-and-so merged into the Brahma element or merged into the light, that this is a world of thoughts. People continue to say whatever enters their minds. This play is predestined. People go to watch films. Would you call that a play of thoughts? It will be explained, it will be practiced. So everything is taking place at the confluence age. Baba is teaching us. Baba is making us learn everything. Baba is making us active. So everything takes place within these 5,000 years. The Father sits here and explains. Baba only comes and gives this knowledge because he is knowledgeful. He is the seed of the human world tree. He is living. He has all of this knowledge. People have shown the duration to be hundreds of thousands of years. The Father says the duration cannot be that long. If a film were hundreds of thousands of years long, it would not sit in anyone's intellect. You describe the whole thing. How could you speak of something that is hundreds of thousands of years long? How can anyone give the course of lakhs of years? Therefore, all of that is of the path of devotion. You are the ones who played parts on the path of devotion. After experiencing sorrow in that way, everyone has reached the end. The whole tree has reached a state of total decay. You have to go back there. Make yourselves light. Brahma Baba has also made himself light. When Shiva Baba entered in Father Brahma, so Brahma Baba surrendered everything of his. All bondages will then break. Otherwise, you will remember your children, wealth, factories, customers, kings and their property. If you have left your business, why would you remember any of that? Here you have to forget everything. Forget all of that and remember your home in the kingdom. Remember the land of peace and the land of happiness. We will then have to go down there from the land of peace. The Father says, children, remember me. This is called the fire of yoga. This is Raj Yoga. You are Raj Rishis. Pure ones are called Rishis. Pure ones are called Rishis. You become pure in order to attain a kingdom. Only the Father tells you the whole truth. You also understand that this is a play. All the actors definitely have to be here. The Father will then take everyone back. This is God's bridal procession. The Father and the children reside there, and then the children come down to play their parts here. The Father constantly resides there. People only remember me at times of sorrow. Baba says, what do I do there in the golden age? I sent you to the land of peace and the land of happiness. So what else is needed? When you were in the land of happiness, all the rest of the souls were in the land of peace, and they then continue to come down number-wise. The play has now come to an end. The Father says, children, do not be careless now. You definitely do have to become pure. The Father says, this part is being played according to the same drama. According to the drama, Baba says, I come for you every cycle. You now have to go to the new world. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, Father, Bab Dada. The spiritual Father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. We spiritual children's love, remembrance, Namaste and good morning to our Mother, Father, Bab Dada. Namaste, Baba, Namaste. Thanks, Baba, thanks. Essence for Dharana. First point. This tree has now become old and decayed. Souls have now to return home. Therefore, free yourself from all bondages and make yourself light. Remove everything of fear from your intellect. Second point. Keep this eternal drama in your intellect and do not defame any actor. So are you understanding? Do not defame any actor. Understand the secrets of this drama and become a master of the world. Blessing. May you speed up the flight of your soul with the power of silence and become a world transformer. May you speed up the flight of your soul with the power of silence and become a world transformer. The speed of the instruments of science can be cut with science and it can also be increased with science. However, no one has yet been able to match the speed of souls nor will be they able to do so. Science consider themselves to have failed in this. Whereas science has failed, you can do whatever you want with the power of silence. So speed up the flight of your soul with the power of silence. By using this power, you can transform yourself, transform anyone's attitude, and transform the atmosphere, and become a world transformer. The sign of a fast speed is that as soon as you think, it happens. Slogan: be merciful and cooperate with the bestower of teachings. Be merciful and cooperate with the bestower of teachings. Om Shanti. Today is Avyakta signal. You will be loving to one another when you harmonize sanskars and thoughts with one another. You will be loving to one another when you harmonize sanskars and thoughts with one another. However, be cautious that your stage is not dependent on praise. Be cautious that your stage is not dependent on praise, otherwise you will continue to fluctuate. Many children want the fruit of whatever they do. If they are praised, their stage remains good, but if someone defames them, they put aside their stage and move away from everyone. However, when you maintain equanimity in praise and defamation, there won't be a conflict of sanskars. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. The mass meditation in the evening will be in the conference hall. Tomorrow Amrita Vela Yoga will be in the Diamond Hall. Mumbai Ghatkopar, Mother Madhu Mata. She was from very long in Baba's knowledge. She took sustenance from Sakar, Baba and Mama. She would be here in Madhuban and she would do a lot of service in Baba's kitchen, and she used to prepare Baba's bhog, and from quite some time she was not well. She had the importance of purity, and that soul left her mortal coil yesterday, so 3 minutes we will spread the vibration of peace to that departed soul. Om Shanti. Dadi Ratan Moini speaks, power of yoga is the most elevated yoga. Say saints, sages, ascetics used to leave their homes to be in caves alone. So we kept hearing the examples of the previous austerities. So when the Almighty Father is teaching us this is the Raj Yoga, then how powerful it will be when we possess an intellect with faith. Then the intellect with faith is victorious. Sit in a remembrance of the one Father. And in between, remember some good versions of the Father, the greatness of the Father, the love of the Father. Will make us immerse us in memories of Father's greatness in such a way that the absorbed state awakens within us and will awaken that power within us through which we effortlessly embody divinity in life. Om Shanti.